You want to know something crazy? Ryan Trahan made millions of dollars with a single penny.
That sounds impossible.
But it's not, and I want to show you how.
1 penny.
Some people may think it's trash. I think it's an opportunity.
Most people would see this on the street and walk right past it.
I'm going to turn this single penny into $1,000.
I'm gonna turn this penny into $1 billion.
I'm gonna turn a penny into $1,000 while quarantined.
And I'm gonna use it across America in the next 30 days.
Ryan Trahan and his penny series on YouTube are an absolute masterpiece, a work of art. But like a good painting, there's not a single thing you can point to that makes it beautiful. It's the entire thing. Now, why is this series successful? Well, it's two things: the idea and the momentum. First, let's talk about the idea. A lot of people don't know this, but Ryan has been obsessed with pennies since 2017, nearly 6 years ago. That's when he started this penny series.
Is it okay if I can buy this from you? I only have a penny.
No, that's the only pen I got.
You could say he is pinching pennies.
I'm about to leave.
Okay. So Ryan has created nearly 60 videos about pennies, and he only has 285 videos total, which means pennies make up nearly 20% of all his videos he's made, which is pretty insane.
He's the penny guy.
He's the penny man.
He's Abe Lincoln?
Yes. He started off with a penny series 6 years ago, and then he evolved the series. He survived on it for 3 days. He turned it into $1,000 in isolation. He also survived on it for 1 week, which was 7 episodes, and those 7 episodes got 70 million views. One of my favorite ideas is the fact that he traded the penny for a house in 1 week. 4 episodes, and across those 4 episodes generated 42 million views. And then after that, he did his first penny series, the 30-episode series that everyone knows, everyone talks about, surviving on a penny for 30 days, 30 episodes, a huge charity behind it. He raised a ton of money, which was amazing, but he did 278 million views across these 30 videos. We're looking at a total of over 450 million views across all of Ryan's penny videos. One thing that I think is really unique about this idea is a penny is unique. It's the least amount of money you can have. And there's tons of other creators that are focusing on big amounts of money. It's the way that Ryan combined these ideas is what makes them so special. Because if you think about it, a penny alone is not crazy, and a house alone is not crazy. But when you combine a penny and a house, you get a pretty wild idea. This is similar to the video that we made when we filled our house with a trampoline. Yep. You know, a trampoline park alone is not crazy, and a house alone is not crazy, but putting a trampoline park inside of a house, that's a pretty crazy idea. Now, it's not the idea alone that made the series a success, but how interactive the series is. The audience is engaged with every episode because he made the series feel like a video game. A small example would be constantly having money on the screen. It makes it feel like the HUD from games like GTA. Also, his video game is live. When he did his series, he did it live. It was happening every single day, and it's not just YouTube that people were talking about his penny series. People were taking it to platforms like Twitter, and they were like, oh, hey, should I donate? And then Mr. Beast or someone would donate, and then everyone would go back to YouTube to check his series and be like, oh, did it work?
Mr. Beast activated the Great Reset.
People are interacting. They want to see who's donating, and they're talking about the series on other platforms. This is something that a lot of creators don't take advantage of, and that's word of mouth. Let's dive into the frontal lobe of Ryan's brain. Ryan, if you're watching this, I'm not sure if you think this way, but from a creator's perspective, this is what I see. All creators know it's super important to keep innovating your content. And in order to understand how to innovate, you have to figure out what is remarkable, because remarkable things are different and different things stand out. And as a creator, you want to stand out to grow. The greatest creators build remarkable video ideas, and these ideas generate word of mouth and get people talking. This is also the same for business. Amazon, Apple, and Starbucks are all huge companies that were built through a remarkable product and word of mouth. But again, the question is, how? I think to answer the question of how, you can't just focus on the idea. You also need to focus on the audience, which is not what a lot of creators do. There's this quote by Jim Rohn, and it says, fascination is one step beyond interest. Interested people want to know if it works. Fascinated people want to learn how it works. I say this because a lot of creators want to know if a video works, but fascinated creators want to learn how an audience and how a video works, and that's what Ryan is. Ryan was fascinated by his audience. He wanted to know how they work, how they think, what makes them laugh, what makes them click away. This is information he gathered through 6 years of trial and error. And during those 6 years of trial and error, Ryan was building momentum. Now, I think if Ryan would have done this penny series right out the gate, I don't think it would have been as successful because he built all that momentum behind it with all of his other penny videos. It's kind of like our turning the house into the trampoline park video. We did a ton of other videos like filling my house with packing peanuts, filling my house with ball pit balls, and so many other things. And we kind of built that momentum behind it that led up to that. And that's why I think that video did so well. It did like 50 million views. I think it did 20 million within the first like 2 weeks. Ryan has made 58 penny videos over 6 years, but each video gets drastically better, which even builds more momentum. Now, Ryan understands that if he is consistent with his ideas, it will lead to new opportunities for more growth. I think the greatest creators have to try a lot and figure out what works. And while Ryan was doing this penny series, he was uploading tons of other successful videos. Now, to understand how important this is, I want to explain someone that is the opposite of Ryan. This is Joe. Joe has a purpose to be a creator, to make more money, and to work whenever he wants to. Joe hates working when things get stressful or hard. Joe can't be consistent with one great idea for more than a year, and he can't build momentum because he lacks patience. Joe doesn't focus on great ideas. Instead, he focuses on making every video perfect. And Joe doesn't push himself to go after bigger ideas for his content. And then you have Ryan. Ryan has the purpose to be a creator to make more money, but he also has a deeper, more important purpose to change and help others and make people happy with his videos. Now, Ryan loves working when things get hard, and Ryan understands that there's great lessons behind those hard times. Ryan is also very consistent with his ideas for nearly 6 years, and he keeps building on the ideas and keeps building momentum. Ryan is also focusing on a ton of other great ideas and not just pennies as well. And Ryan pushes himself to go after these big ideas, and if he thinks it's a good idea, he's gonna film it. When you compare Joe and Ryan, you can see very different characteristic traits, and Ryan has built these over the years of his YouTube success. I encourage creators watching this video to be a little bit more like Ryan. Not his content, but his brain. We talked about Ryan's great idea and we talked about the momentum, but there's still a couple tricks up his sleeve that leads to these millions and millions of dollars. There's many issues that Ryan could have faced on his journey to turning a penny into 450 million views. He could have quit. He could have changed all his videos, doing something completely different. He could have followed down the path of another creator that was more successful than him, but he didn't. Number one, he stuck to his videos, improving them each and every time. One thing that I've learned about being a creator is the more you create and the better you get, the more you see your flaws in your previous videos. Even right now, when I have like 15 million subscribers on one channel, every video I post, I try to make it better and better, but I also see all the flaws in the previous videos, even though I think they're my best videos right now. It's like a never-ending cycle. It's like a snake eating its tail. Ryan has a unique personality like Casey Neistat, but packages his content like Mr. Beast. Ryan knew that if he followed traditional rules, he wouldn't get attention. And Ryan doesn't focus on editing to tell the story faster, but instead to tell the story better. And that's what created incredible momentum and millions of views that cannot be stopped. Ryan, if you're watching this, thank you for entertaining millions, inspiring, and changing the world at the same time. And we highly suggest that you do your penny series in Japan next.